And we should be in for something very special. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Well, this is a formation which seems to make pretty clear what their intentions are, Jim.
Well, Peter, when you have that many back, there's only really one tactic you can adopt, and it's the counter-attack. And while it's going to give you a very solid block defensively, it does leave you very little options attacking-wise, with effectively just one outlet.
Not too much possession football, then?
Definitely not. They'll be trying to play with real efficiency.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, what a ball! Electric towering header! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Vitinha is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
Well, I think his new boss will be asking him to nip opposition attacks in the bud. I think that's going to be his chief involvement. But he's just not out there to win the ball. He can also make a habit of moving it forward very quickly, and he actually has a creative side to his game that I think is underestimated.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Spread it left. Oh, that's neat. The ball's gone astray. Oh, what has happened here? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Araujo. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And it's Mendes. Pedro Neto. To Bruno Fernandes. And here's Neto. Pings in a cross. And a header! And he's heaved it away.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Pass somewhat off target. Bernardo Silva. That has been slung wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ruben Dias. Bruno Fernandes. That's going wide left. Chooses to go crossfield. Looking to play him in. Cross to the back post. Cleared away.
Uzbekistan genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack. Variation, unpredictability, you know, that's always key to success. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now there's a fine ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Aimed beyond the defence. Delivered with swing.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. To Cancelo. And this is Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes! Tries to pass it through. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that's nice. Here comes the cross. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldo picks it up out wide. Shapes to shoot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started.
If they can continue in the same manner.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we get things going again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Bruno Fernandes. Distributed tidily. He's got plenty of space out wide here. The ball goes in. Defending of the desperate variety. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's a good ball out wide. Pedro Neto. Now João Neves. Nuno Mendes. For Pedro Neto. And it's Mendes. Well, that looks a decent ball. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Knocks it into space.
The attendance for this match was
so we've reached the hour mark.
80,607.
And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Looking for a runner. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Pinches it off him. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now João Neves. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substitution for number 23, number 19.
Bruno Fernandes! Oh, brilliant from Bruno Fernandes! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And that could well be the winner.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. Threads one in. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mendes. Pedro Neto. And it's Vitinha. And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Looking for the run. Can he get it through? He's picked his way through. Ball comes in. Diogo Costa claims it. Safe hands.
Uzbekistan really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
That's a good run down the left. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's through here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Portugal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bruno Fernandes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Can he get on the end of this? That's that, the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line.